Everyone, my name is Matt Jarbo, and Fallout 76 has had just a hell of a time, right? It's had a hell of a couple weeks. People just are not liking the game. There's a whole bunch of kerfuffle surrounding class action lawsuits concerning refunds and the Power Armor Edition. Just how bad things are with Fallout 76 is just astronomically off the charts. We've never seen anything like this in this particular regard coming from a AAA studio, and one where they're also just not acknowledging their own mistakes. However, they still need some PR, some good PR, some PR to help kind of turn the tide and maybe not win the war, but get a battle win under their belt. And that's kind of what I see with the story going around today here, where Fallout 76 players were banned for life after saying that they plan to, quote, eliminate all gays. Now, of course, that term is hyperbolic. It's terrible, not one I agree with. But the story itself is clearly a lot more than just what Ethan Gach's attempt at a very clickbaity headline is all about. Now, this particular story took place actually a couple weeks ago when you had a streamer by the name of AJ Plus who was playing the game with his friends, encountered another group of guys led by a dude named NathantheHicc. And NathantheHicc started trolling them, saying stuff like they want to cleanse the queers and eradicate AIDS and things like that. And the exchange was recorded and was put up on Twitter with AJ complaining to Bethesda about their inability to report players and was like, what are you going to do about this rampant homophobia? Saying here, actually, so Bethesda, how do we report people in Fallout? My friends and I literally had our characters hunted down and killed by homophobic players. Post more in the video thread. Strong warning language. Now, just let's just listen to the first about minute and a half of this to give you an idea of what exactly AJ was up against.
Hold on, boys. Hello?
Hello?
Attention, all queers. We've come to eliminate.
We've come to eliminate the
Stand
game.
down, and we will spare the level 2.
Let's just go to the, what's it called?
We've come to eliminate all gays.
All gays. Yeah, are you gay, sir?
Stand
You better not be gay.
Hey, you bet-
Well, you better not be gay, bro.
Oh!
Oh my god, it's gay!
Eliminate that queer! Queer down! Hey, don't even try with your gay bullets, they won't work. Grab your shit.
We're anti-gay.
We have to
don't that shit,
decontaminate it. We got decontaminate the AIDS. Make sure you wear some Brad protections.
Oh, I saw his gay shit. I can't pick up the gay, bro. That is gay. I just saw it. What the fuck? Get out the way! Yeah, let me take all this. Get out the way, Joe!
Bully hunters!
What'd you say?
I'm
You say
calling
some
bully
gay
hunters.
shit, buddy?
Bully hunters? You're gonna have to call better than that. We're the gay eliminators.
Yeah.
We don't
Yeah,
fuck
what you
with them
guys
queers.
Yeah, with your faggot ass, no clothes, you fucking queer. What are you
Yeah,
doing?
why you walk?
Okay, so as you can see, it's clearly just stupid commentary. I don't agree with what they're saying at all, but they were clearly playing it up. And then the other guys were also playing back a bit with the banter, saying like, "Oh, we're gonna call bully hunters," right? And anyone who's a gamer knows about the bully hunter incident of 2018, and they're clearly in on the joke. They get the joke. Now, again, the articles surrounding this particular subject matter are all putting it on NathantheHicc and things that he said and things that his friends did, and the fact that he even goes on to say in a follow-up interview with Eurogamer here that he doesn't regret role-playing a hate crime in the game and wouldn't apologize if given the chance, saying it was just a late night of having fun, and after the first encounter seen on my channel, we felt that it would be fun to offend them somehow. You can call it evil, but I think this is playful immaturity. Now, that playful immaturity originally resulted in a 3-day ban, but then Bethesda, I think after some pressure, or at least trying to go for the win in regards to public relations, decided that they wanted to turn it into a lifetime ban for those players. And I'm not sure if that's the right call, to be honest with you, right? I mean, look, you can kind of hear that the other team was engaging back, right? Like there was a banter that was happening, a situation that went down, and they wanted to offend them, but they were still not leaving. That's the other thing I don't get too. Like they're being griefed by these players. If it's that big of a deal, this is a video game. You can always go to another server. You can go, hey guys, let's exit out, come back in, we'll go someplace new, and we'll just do that. Right, and move on and go on and continue the game by avoiding these players. Instead, engaged, recorded, uploaded, and then was like, how do I get these people booted off of here? I don't know. I find that to be a little bit on the a little bit on the odd side, considering the original encounter or how the original encounter played out. And that whole encounter, actually, from the alternate perspective, that whole seen on my channel thing that Nathan the Hick said to Eurogamer, that was surprisingly not put in with the Kotaku article here, gives an alternate perspective, at least, of how the event began and also what exactly went down. So let's take a look here at the video titled "Cleansing the Queers," which is just so stupidly immature. But this is coming from Nathan the Hick.
I have disease cure.
Wait, are you who's speaking? This person that's dead?
Yo, no, that's not me, you fucking idiot.
Oh.
I need
Be real.
a disease cure, I'm dying.
What you got? What you got? What you got?
Hey, do you got a disease cure? I'll give you something if you can give
Here,
me
let
a
me
disease
see.
cure.
Let me see.
Or antibiotic or something. Don't use the fucking trade system, that shit's mad broken. Just drop,
Just drop it.
Wait, I don't know how else to do it. What do we do?
Here,
Are
I'll
we
You want
drop
to
it.
just drop it?
Are we
You can-
being recorded right now for a
I
YouTube
dropped one
stream
for you.
video?
I don't. Oh shit! Who gave me that?
AJ did.
AJ. All right, AJ. Hold on.
And I got excited.
I mean, I don't fuck with that gay shit, but I'll give you some stuff.
Rude. Get away from me.
Toxic. Toxic
Here.
masculinity.
I don't know. What
Give
you
me one
want?
medicine
You want
pack.
some
I'm
water or
dying.
something?
No, I'm good. You can just have it.
I can have it, huh? Alright, thanks, fools.
We're on a mission.
What's your mission?
Have fun. No.
Oh god, well, I wish you luck, huh?
Thanks.
I'm gonna go back to my straight camp. Where,
All right. Well, why don't you on the way? Why don't you try to find some fucking manners?
hey, fuck you, man. At least I'm not gay. fucking queers. Hey.
Okay, so we can see the initial reaction or the initial interaction, and then from there it goes on to the other side, right? What we see from AJ's perspective in regards to showing the attack on them, the being hunted down by them. Now the whole event took about 10 minutes apparently, and as a result of that, you know, these guys have been banned for life. But ultimately, there was an engagement between the two, right? Nathan the Hick was diseased in the game, went up to those guys. AJ gave him a disease cure. He was going to then give him something back as a result. Something was said that triggered him to make a stupid comment, and then they kind of just bantered back and forth. And then, you know, he said, oh, someone was yelling out toxic masculinity as a joke. It sounded like it was coming from AJ's guys. Again, I don't know of that for certain, but that was the 4 that you see right there. And they were making jokes and they were playing it up and they were bantering back and forth. And then they went and engaged in this firefight. And the thing is, AJ and those guys knew that they were up against a lot of higher level dudes and didn't engage, but then presented a narrative from one perspective that I don't think is entirely indicative of everything that was seen. Now, I'm not defending what Nathan the Hick said or the comments that they made. I think they were dumb and they were immature, but I think the other guys also played a part in that. I think they also played a part in the banter that led to the situation. I think there's some responsibility that should be going there as well. I'm not saying ban AJ or ban his friends or anything else like this, but like, you guys also kind of engaged. It was like, you know, you guys got into it with them. You guys got into it, and it ended up being this thing. I think all parties are relatively at fault. I think it's a stupid non-issue, to be perfectly fair. I've heard way worse on Red Dead Online last night. Christ, last night I played on Xbox, and I heard way worse from people running around there. The gamers are not easily offended. They're not easily offended, and those who aren't gamers for very long, at least in the online space. So I don't understand exactly what AJ was up to here. This was clearly trying to get these dudes taken off because he engaged in banter. They were clearly more powerful than him. They didn't like what was said. And then he was like, I don't like this. And I'm going to use this very, 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 you know, clipped out segment from the larger exchange, then use it to my advantage. Now, granted, to be fair, Nathan doesn't help himself at all. He doesn't help himself at all in any of this, right? Titling a video "Cleansing the Queers" is so stupid, but he calls it playful immaturity, and that's ultimately what it is. Who knows if he does this in real life? I don't know. I don't know. I'd hope not. I'd really hope it's just an online dumb, let's be as offensive and hyperbolic as we can be situation. I really truly hope he doesn't act that way in person. And if he does, then that's a problem he's got to deal with, and that's on him. But ultimately, what does this do? It still shows that the trolls won. It does. It shows that the trolls won. They were running around. They were talking shit. They got shit talked back to them. Everyone responded. The situation escalated. And then one side ends up getting completely booted off the platform as a result. And that's, I don't know. I don't personally think that's great. Because you can also see here what AJ's narrative is. Because AJ does tell Eurogamer, he says, I got really angry too. These guys are running around targeting people. And what if they targeted a kid that was struggling with their identity? What if they said all those things to someone that was playing solo and didn't have anyone to talk to? That can really mess someone up. Playing a game to escape reality and then that happens. That's why we need to be able to report these people and why companies need to do something about it when reports come in. And right now there is no in-game report feature. So fine. AJ's entire point here is he wants a reporting feature for Fallout 76. Okay, fine. That's fine. That's what he wants. Okay, whatever. But these guys weren't running around and targeting people. It was an exchange that escalated. We've seen the other side of the exchange. It wasn't like they were specifically targeting them as a result of that. He was talking shit. They responded back with some shit and it escalated. That's why I don't buy that statement. I don't buy that statement that's being used there. It's clearly being worded as a way to elevate AJ, to kind of remove any and all responsibility he might have for his engagement in this event, right? For his participation in this event. And that's not, I don't know. I don't think that's wholly accurate. I don't think that's like the best course of action. I think all people here are dumb. I think it's a dumb thing to get into a fight over online. I think it's a dumb thing to go and report them over. I think it's a dumb thing. If they were doxing him, if they were finding out who he was, and they were like, sharing his personal information around or things like that, or harassing him IRL, then I think he'd have maybe a solid argument here. But no, they all engaged in banter, and then it went from there. And yet he's like, ow, I was slapped with anti-griefers. People who are trying to push the griefing system, please get them removed. Come on. I don't like that. I don't think that's the right course of action. But Bethesda's going to jump on it and they're going to use it. They're going to prop it up. They're going to play with it because they want the win. They want the PR win. And I don't think at the end of the day it's going to matter as much as they think. And I think at the end of the day, if people see the other side of the video, it's going to show them what the whole thing that went down and what led to it. I think it's going to change the narrative a little bit. It's just it's a crap situation all the way around. Let's just be fair. And it's unfortunate that it got to this point. But anyway, I'll leave it to you guys. What are your thoughts on this one? Who do you think's right here? Do you think that NathantheHicc is right, that it's just playful immaturity? It's not evil. He's just being an asshole. He wanted to offend these guys because they clearly were easily offended, even though they were engaging in banter themselves? Or is AJ here a victim? Is he a victim of targeted homophobia? And these guys deserve to be deplatformed? I'm legitimately curious of your thoughts on this one. Let me know down in the comments. My name is, of course, Matt Jarbo. This has been the channel. If you haven't already, please thumbs up the video, subscribe, and check back often for more content from me. And again, you may not like my commentary, and that's all right, but let's have a discussion about it, and instead of just trying to remove what you don't like. How about that? Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Have yourself a great day, and peace out.